What an incredible place to wake up and start my day today, here with Porsche and Manthey Racing on the Barcelona track. And as you can see a bit behind me, there is my car for the next 2 days. This is the Porsche 992 GT3 RS, which of course I have already driven. As you know, I've probably driven the car in total for around 2 weeks over last year on the mountain passes. But today is something else. Now, a lot of you over the last year have requested track content from me, and I know that I've been driving GT3s and Porsches for a long time now, and I'm yet to not only experience them on track, but actually to become a better driver. Now, Porsche and Manthey Racing have invited me down here for the master training, and when I said that, I get shivers up my whole body because I'm just so excited. This really is such a special experience, and I cannot think of a better way to kickstart off my weekly videos for this summer like this. Really, at the moment, honestly, I'm just ridiculously excited. Got the whole pit lane to myself at the moment. Just been doing some nice pictures. They very kindly pulled the car out for me, and wow, what an amazing location. Beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm honestly buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I don't know quite what to expect, but basically I have a private instructor for the next 2 days, and throughout the day I'm going to just try and improve my driving. So it's going to be a case of going out driving, trying some new things, following the instructor. The instructor's also going to go behind me at some point to tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Coming back to the pit lane, I have my own box up here with my instructor, which is just ridiculous. It's just so cool. And throughout the day, he's going to try and make me the best driver that I can be over the next 2 days. And what a car I have for this. I mean, come on. A 992 GT3 RS. Here it is, my Porsche for the next couple of days. Yep, so excited. Finally, I'm going to actually get to use the aero on this car, because obviously when I had it, you know, at road speeds and mountain passes, the aero is having some effect, but I'm not actually really using, especially things like the DRS, of course. So I'm actually going to feel it today. I spoke quickly to the instructor yesterday, and he assured me that the 992 GT3 RS is just absolutely ridiculous. The fact that it's got number plates on and you can drive it on the road, because it is going around corners the same speed as the Cup cars. I mean, that is crazy, the fact that it is road legal. And Manthey Racing also very kindly organised me a really nice one. This is with the 50 years Porsche track experience design on it. I really like this livery. This is like a 70s design from when it started 50 years ago. So super cool design. Absolutely love the look. I would really actually love this design on my own GT3. This is really cool. Love the colours, the green and the orange. What a car. As you all know, I am potentially the world's biggest GT3 fan. So this one in particular feels extra special. This also has the Visac package, and yeah, everything a petrol head could want, that's for sure. Obviously harnesses today because, well, I'm on tracks. Normally I don't wear the harnesses on the street, of course, and including the carbon roll cage, things like this you get with the Visac package. I'm just buzzing. Right, I have around 10 minutes, and then basically I'm just going to bring you all along with me. I really don't know how today is going to go. I know it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fast paced, and it's probably going to be quite intense at sometimes, and I cannot wait. And I just wanted to give you a quick walk around of what's going on out here. So this is probably the most amount of Porsches, GT3s, GT3 RSs and GT4 RSs you've ever seen in your life. For me, it 100% is. This is absolutely ridiculous. I feel like I'm in some kind of dream at the moment, as the person who is obsessed with GT3s since the beginning of my journey on YouTube 7 years ago. This is quite the dream. I really don't know what to say at the moment. Over there, further down there, you have more of the GT4Ss. And yeah, wow, a couple of cup cars down here as well. Up here, the Manthey racing truck also looks really cool. A few more race cars. Some of them have the Manthey racing kits on. For example, on this 992 with the wing, looks really cool, and the aero discs on the wheel. Some cup cars here, GT4S. Oh, look at this, look at this. This is absolute Porsche heaven right here. Yeah, I am so excited. I should probably ask someone what I'm meant to do, because at the moment I'm just walking around drooling over cars. This is the Porsche tent. I say tent. It's really quite a luxury place that they set up within 2 days. Really cool. So we're going to be in and out of Hill Day. Here you can go drink, get something to eat. They have the catering. The whole setup here is just really, really impressive, I have to say. So far, everyone's really friendly, super professional, and just look at that for a sight of GT3s. Absolutely speechless. I'm gonna head inside now, apparently for a briefing. Ooh. 991.2 GT3 RS. Very nice. Got myself a nice little cappuccino. Coffee rating, I give them a 6 out of 10, but I would be actually interested to try some local coffee in Spain. That's on the list, a coffee run in Spain.
We hope you have visited the precision and performance training, and after this you can go even further to higher levels like the Rennsport Academy, and then it's time for race cars for GT3 Cup and GT3 R, for example.
I think it should work. Should take my phone, hopefully. We're now heading out on what's called a track walk, but not walking, doing a track walk in the car, I think with a maximum speed of 120 kph, just to get to know the track. I'm connected to my instructor, who's in front of me via this, which is plugged inside the helmet. First time taking one of those off. So this is what I was talking about, have these in my ear so I can hear everything from the instructor, all the important stuff of course, teaching me how to drive on track. As I said, right now we just did the track walk, so I needed to concentrate a bit, learn the corners, and in around 20 minutes we're heading back out to do a few more laps. So I think for around half an hour, where then there is no speed limit. So we're gonna see where my level is at, and yeah, just try. That's pretty much all I can do actually today. It's just try. I have no idea where my level is at. Limiting factor will be me today, but let's see how far I can push myself by the end of the first day. I'm really, really intrigued. I wanted to introduce you all to my instructor. This is Tommy, and there is a wasp. There's always a wasp around my, apparently they like my camera. I have this often. This is a YouTuber problem. Do you know how many times I was stung last year by a wasp? See, even Tommy's running away. Get away from me. It's ridiculous. Who are you? What's your background?
Yeah, so I'm Thomas Kiefer, but Tommy is the short version. So I'm working for Porsche since 2015 as an instructor for the Porsche Experience. Also doing some racing apart from working over here.
I heard 24 hours.
Exactly, yeah, 24 hours of Nürburgring.
How much do you think I can improve in one day from learning from you with this car as well?
I would say the learning curve will be quite steep and a good one
Yeah.
for sure, because it's your first time on track,
Yeah.
so you will make big progress.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Really am.
Yeah, I think you will enjoy it. The cool thing is that we also have a V-Box in the car, so
Yeah.
we can check the data and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
See how bad
So-
or good I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because data never lies. You
I
know.
know.
Sometimes on the
I think I need to go back a bit, sorry.
back of it, yeah, okay, no
Yeah.
worries. You can start the engine already now.
Yeah.
And I just quickly check the settings for you. So we
Okay.
go to track mode. So the car is in the best setting for this track. Everything on 0. That you just have the baseline.
Yep.
And yeah, that's how we start
Okay,
for
great.
now.
So exiting the pit lane now, but there is a group coming in very fast. So he's just told me we're going to increase the speed a bit, 200, 210, 220. That's Porsche stock road car sound. Crazy. When you hear Porsche's flat out GT3s, GT3 RS's stock exhaust. Just catching my breath a bit. It is, hi. It is so far absolutely incredible. I do feel a bit speechless at the moment, and I must admit I was quite nervous, or still am a bit, but settling into it. Tommy is just an incredible racing driver and instructor, giving me loads of confidence. Here they come again. Listen to this. Sounds like I can't believe that's stock. Road legal cars. I could get used to this. I think so far Tommy is quite happy with my driving.
Yeah.
It's weird, I was quite nervous at the beginning, and now last times we were driving I felt like my mind was just clear, and it just felt really nice in the sense of you don't think about anything and you just start to get really in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it starts to feel really good once I understand it a bit. However, I am still struggling on a couple of things. First of all was what gear I should be in, and as you told me, you are pretty much in third gear in every corner apart from one of them, which is before the bridge, right? And then you go into second.
Exactly, yeah. There you can go to second.
Yeah.
Also for 12, like I said, you can sometimes use it to get more rotation.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the beginning, just to get used to everything, I said just keep it in third. It's a bit easier also
Yeah,
to focus on,
it is,
on
yeah.
the other stuff.
Yeah, that made it a lot easier.
And,
Yeah.
But yeah, in 12 in particular, it's not that easy because the radius is a little bit awkward, let's say it like that.
On the 12th corner.
Exactly.
But you're in third on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there, as I said, you can use second to rotate, but the most important thing is that you rotate the car.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have a double apex there.
Yeah. So this is where I'm struggling. On the other corner, it's The one corner actually I'm struggling on is corner 12, and as Tommy was just explaining to me, it's like this V, right? So you hit your apex, but then you come slightly out to the middle and then back in to hit it, the apex again on the other side, and then go out wide to hit the next one.
Exactly. The thing with this V style is there are different kind of Vs. You know, you have a V like this, but also an open V. And this is more an open V. You also see guys who just hug on the inside curve and just go around the corner there. But the fastest way is actually to just hit the first apex, then maybe come off the curb by 1 meter, rotate the car to have a good moment of acceleration and a good exit, but therefore you need to hit the second apex.
Quite decent this morning. Literally after yesterday, wanted to vlog a bit more. We had dinner here, went back to the hotel around 7 p.m. I lied on my bed and just passed out until 5 a.m. this morning, which was just amazing. And the whole night, I kid you not, I dreamt about the various corners on the Barcelona track. I have overnight become completely obsessed with track driving and racing now. I cannot stop thinking about it. It really, at the moment, it does feel quite life-changing. Last night I just had these thoughts of, I just want to sell everything. I want to buy a race car. I want to live at a racetrack. I think really is the best driving experience I've ever had in my life so far. So I was actually suffering from a bit of lower back pain, and we have fixed this now with padding. This is actually padding, what it's made for racing drivers. So this has saved my lower back. Can highly recommend this, especially if you're tall like me. You know, I'm just quite long and thin, and with the helmet on, as I said, you're quite slanted forward on the upper body, and it kind of created a curve in my back, which I already had anyway from these seats. So this was, or is, a game changer. And since I'm using this, well, yesterday it improved my driving so much that actually yesterday, one thing I forgot to mention was when we came back, Tommy told me that our last lap was the fastest of the day. So that was quite a surprise, and I know it sounds a bit stupid, but I felt really comfortable in the car, partially because of the seat setup, which made a big difference. So in the morning, the guys, the mechanics, go around checking all the car, checking the tire pressures, of course. Yeah, quite incredible to turn up and have a whole team preparing your car for you, checking that everything is absolutely perfect. Back at it, heading back out now, second day. Already done the warm-up session, which I didn't film, thinking it would just be warming up. As it turns out, Tommy said we have done the fastest lap yet. So very happy to hear that just with the first few laps, I did my fastest time yet.
Okay, we fix it quickly. So we take this one, but we place it on the passenger seat.
Yep. So clearly everything I learned already in that one day yesterday was a lot. I felt so much more confident this morning, also because I slept well last night, and the whole night thinking about every corner, starting to memorize the corners, and now I'm personally working on details. So there's a couple of corners that I'm still struggling on a little bit, what I can improve, let's say. So now I'm trying to work on the details, and as I've seen, it's been paying off. So kind of taking a step back sometimes, trying to better one or two corners, and then in the end, I did my fastest lap time yet. Heading back out, pipe coming out, but all good. Time to get back in the zone. So after the warm-up session, Tommy had our tyre pressures dropped. And now I really feel the difference. I feel quite a bit more grip. The tyre pressure feels fantastic. It's crazy, the details. You start to really understand how these small details make such a big difference. From the tyres to the pressure, to feeling comfortable in the seat. Putting all of these pieces together create this fast lap, and I find that so interesting to learn all of these pieces of the puzzle, step by step, putting them all together. And when you get them all together, really one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. I have a lot to learn yet, I know that. But 100% hooked on this, no question. So flat out, up the straights. The aero really started to work now. 700 kilograms of downforce, 260 hard on the brakes, fourth, third. Keep on the brakes till I get to the first part. Hard down off the throttle a bit to loosen the back end. Just finished now the last session of the day, sadly. Definitely was one of the most fun yet. I'm completely exhausted, but in a very good way. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Yeah, mentally and physically. It really has been, I kid you not, the best driving experience I've ever had. And I'm just talking to Tommy now about my progress, and turns out quite good, I would say. Progress.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that actually in the last session you managed to do your fastest lap, as we just discussed after the session. That's actually a good sign, because you were driving alone. So it's always easier to follow. And you managed to do the same time that you did behind me, but this time alone. So that's a very good sign, and compared to yesterday, we improved by some seconds.
How many, roughly?
It was close to 5 seconds faster than yesterday.
Crazy.
And there were no big mistakes. Here and there, a little bit of sliding, which is normal when you kind of
find your limits.
Exactly, exploring a little bit of what's possible or not.
Exactly.
And of course, there was also a lot of track evolution. So you can see the marbles next to the ideal line. Getting more and more, so it's even more important to be precise and to keep the car on the line. But yeah, overall, I would say really good progress during the 2 days. Not only timing wise, but also the way you were driving the car. Trail braking deep into the corner, keep an eye on the load change. And these
something I really was playing with on the last few laps was exactly that. It was not just about before these last days, I would just think about how much I can accelerate, and now I was really playing with using the brakes to set me up into the corner, and that became for me really fun. That was really, really interesting. And on the last laps here, Tommy went behind me, or let me go in front, but then dropped off back, so I didn't see him at all, so I was really alone. And like you said, the first lap was a bit slow. But then I got my confidence. Confidence is just, is so important in the sport, as I've seen. And then I picked up my speed and then ended up doing my fastest lap alone. So it's been super interesting experience, and I've noticed after a couple of laps, it's just like I settle in. I get comfortable, I settle in, and then just become this like automated. I was even, you know, at one point just like singing Phil Collins in my head, like totally relaxed. I feel more relaxed driving that out there the last days than I do in a day-to-day basis, which is kind of weird. So I felt totally relaxed there. Put me in a busy city or something, and I'm like, I hate it. I'm panicking and I'm, you know, anxiety and stuff. But out there, I felt completely relaxed.
Yeah.
So if you need to relax, I can highly recommend doing
Just
track.
get into a GT3 RS
Yeah.
and drive on track.
Yeah, exactly. What a great way to relax.
Exactly. No, but you really did good. You did a good job, and I hope you enjoyed it. As I said,
Yeah.
this track is there's a reason why Formula One is testing here, and yeah, especially in turn 1, the car really shows you what downforce is.
Yeah. Well, how many? Do you say 700 kilograms?
It depends a bit. When the maximum amount of downforce is like 860 kilograms, but when you reach a bit more than 280 kilometers per hour. So in here we did 260. So it's a bit less than the maximum amount.
That's huge. That's a lot.
But some hundreds of kilos.
That's really, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it's a lot, but that's why you can break that late, and I think that there's a reason for the 6-point belt, not only due to the safety side, but also to keep you in the seat while you have this force pushing you to the front.
Yeah, and as you said, the difference between the GT3 and the RS, like I never would have guessed that much. I'm completely blown away by that aero. I can't go back. I just has to be RS or nothing now.
to be honest, it's a bit. How can I say it? It's just what you said. You know, when I had this back-to-back comparison, both great cars, but for sure the RS is amazing.
Yeah.
And
next goal of mine, 100%. Cup car, GT3 RS Cup car. I'm going to beg them till they let me do another one of these, but with a Cup car. Because I'm so interested, purely for, you know, scientific reasons. What's the big difference? I would love to find out how a Cup car feels now after driving a road car, which also sometimes feels a bit like a cheat code. Also, it's because, you know, more stability. It's saving me probably sometimes a bit.
The thing is that, as you have seen just in front of the garage, there are also other cars waiting around here for you to jump in.
Yeah, I know. I've got to speak to them.
as we can see here on that picture, we have the Cup cars for sure. Also the GT4 S Club Sport, the GT3R, and even the RSR. But the Cup car, for example, it's a pure race car, and it's incredible what the RS can do. It's unbelievable that that it's road legal. For me, it's still hard to believe it.
Yeah, me also now.
You know, you get used to it after a while.
You get completely used to it.
It's actually a bit crazy, and it's great that we have that car. But for sure, when you sit in a race car, everything is a bit more raw or pure. The sound of the gearbox and all these things. So I think this beauty is waiting for you.
I hope so. Soon we'll get there. Quickly jumped in the 992 GT3 RS Cup car as I was talking about it to get a feel of the difference. Has a clutch, which I didn't know about. So racing clutch, you said this is just to get going in a race car. Feels good.
Feels good?
It feels really good. Like, I'm in.
I mean, you can see that it's completely stripped, which means you only have the necessary stuff for driving. One thing which is for sure the biggest difference, you have no brake booster. So if you push the brake now a little bit, you see the brake pressure in front and rear. And what you can do now is to push the brake until you see here like 70 bar. 70 bar, for example, in the front.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you feel already that's something different.
Yeah.
But when you have to use that much pressure, it's even better to modulate the brake pressure. So when you release the pressure, you can be way more smooth and precise. So what you can do now, you can go like hard in and then smooth out. And you can see you can control it in a very nice way.
I love that, and that's something I've really enjoyed. As I said, was this whole playing with the brake and
Yeah.
and coming smooth off. This is something was a big learning curve for me, so this feels really nice actually. It is very sadly time to end today's video. Excuse the wind, it is quite windy in Barcelona. I am aching. I have done just over 500 kilometers in the 992 GT3RS on track over the last 2 days. I had no idea when he pointed out to me, I think I was on 560 kilometers. I couldn't believe it. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of kilometers to do on track for the first time, and there was so much track time. I cannot stress enough that I have just had the best time of my life so far. I don't want to leave. So I should have already left. I had planned to already leave around 3 hours ago, and I'm completely procrastinating. I'm just loitering around. I don't want to go. The sun's setting. We still have all of the cars here. They're grilling over there. Nice Spanish grill. The team here, incredible. Only positive things to say about everyone. They're the nicest people. Tommy, my instructor, thank you so much to him. He has helped me so much, given me so much confidence. I'm going to take this all with me, and I'm also going to take it onto the road when I'm driving my car in a mountain pass. Obviously not taking racing lines or anything, but just in general, my general feeling towards my own GT3 now is going to completely change. And I definitely need to get my own GT3 on track. I realize that now. I should have done that a long time ago. And the GT3RS has blown me away on track. The aero is mind-blowing. So I've linked everything below. I can highly recommend it, and I hope to see you all at some future events, because I'm already nagging them about coming to more. So it would be really great to see you all at some future events, and I just want to keep going. Thank you so much for watching. For me, it is ciao for now.